What's going on? Uh, man, it's, basically, four horsemen of the apocalypse, man, are basically, right here on us, man. Basically, you got this, you got plagues and pestilences. And, you know, right now they're having a big pandemic type freak out deal. And, with the mosquitoes, I mean, that's another one. It says beasts of the field and with war. Okay, so we got locusts all over in Africa and the Middle East. Like, basically, locusts in Mecca. We have, like, literally, like, listen, daily earthquakes in diverse places. And literally, like, the land is moving. Like, in some countries, like, dude, there's so many mud floods and mudslides, like, mountains fall down. There's volcanoes erupting all around. It's like, we got strange lights in the sky from space, like earthquake lights. Some funny stuff's going on, like, it's some kind of solar event, or some kind of, energy waves, like from a different solar or body out in space, or is it Jesus Christ himself coming, and things are changing at his coming already, and this is just the time, man. It's in the Bible, man, where these bowls and plagues and judgments and these things happen, and it's prophecy, and like they're being fulfilled, like right now, like literally, we're on the verge of the weather's so bad that, like, you could tell that there's gonna be probably a food disaster at some point with all the fires. It's almost like a third of the earth almost is burning at this point in time. There's many fearful sights and whirlwinds, hailstorms, torrents of water, waves of roaring in the sea. I mean, just nothing has fell into the sea yet, as of yet, that wormwood, but basically the peace deal, man. The peace treaty is also shall confirm the treaty, but will, what is it, well, it says he'll confirm the treaty, but it won't stand, and they'll betray, just like the beast abandons the whore. These things right here ain't quite the beast. Maybe the beast is the global government. Maybe the whore actually may be Jerusalem, because it's this treaty with Jerusalem, but maybe at some point the beast throws off the whore that rides the beast, because Jerusalem gets become its own self-governing state, and maybe it won't last very long anyway. Basically, it'll just be, it's gonna be a catalyst that brings about all these events. I mean, brother shall betray brother. Ethnic group against ethnic group. I mean, it's we had this thing in Virginia where it was like, look, it's like almost a civil war type thing. So, in the midst of all of these crazy things going on, like freaking, the economy is gonna suffer bad when the crops fail, and then look, once all these disasters we're judged, man. Look, there's tornadoes constantly, freaking earthquakes constantly. I mean, how much stuff can the planet take? 'Cause it's not just America. It's like all around the whole Earth. The whole Earth is just getting rocked with all kinds of, like, signs that, yeah, man, this is that time. The birth pains and in the time of Jacob's trouble, dude. The day of the Lord, man. These look. Repent ye, the kingdom of heaven draweth nigh, and it's like it's legit right now. Uh, you know, this world government they're trying to force. They got a vaccine for this pestilence that was man-made pestilence right now that most seems like. And these things are all going on concurrent, all at the same time right now. Like in the past few months, there's been so many things going on that it's freaking insane. It's too much to keep up with, and it seems like it's getting more like democidal maniacs, just control freak, just liars, and just real destroyers, man. It just seems like are just everywhere right now. Like it's not a very like pleasant time at times to be to have to witness all this stuff, and it's not. It looks really bad. You know, the Bible reminds us to be not troubled, and that we were forewarned these things would happen. And so we got all the intelligence that we need because it's being confirmed in real life, real time reality. And there's just no way that this is some kind of con job conspiracy. It's got to be like prophetic, because it's you got the Red Horse of War. You know, you got Russia, you got China, you got the Muslims, which would facilitate a global beast army. Even though it's like the rest of the powers in the earth are also the beast. You know, it's complicated. And the religio-political system is all corrupt, and it's just like it's all one thing. It seems incrementally like it's not connected, but no, these people are all in confederate against the Lord, against Jesus Christ, against you know, like straight up, like personally, like that's like what they're kind of targeting the most. I mean, all this other stuff is given a pass because this political Zionistic movement is part of this beast kingdom too, man. And it's like all this stuff is just a con job, and it's like they don't want Jesus Christ; they want a king, and they're gonna get the Antichrist. And these people are caught up in an Antichrist spirit, and there'll become a time where they'll kill thinking they do God a service. But you know that these are not of God's kingdom if they do things like that, because it warned us not to do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, look, life's getting cheap. People are being human trafficked and exploited in so many ways these days. It's like getting shanghaied. And just like in Bible times, man. They're killing the babies like during Exodus because they're afraid that they're going to be overran by Israelites. I mean, even though it's like we're not as they were back then in Egypt, but in a way they're doing the same thing now, and it doesn't matter. They're killing their own babies. Look, these days, like, look, sacrifices to Moloch, like even if it's they don't unknowingly to them, this stuff was warned in the Bible too, and it'd be prophecy in the end days that the sons would do evilly. You know what I'm saying? And we live in such a wicked and adulterous generation like that, and it's I mean, it's insane, like how like complex this thing is, and that it literally is happening like it was written that it would happen. And I can't believe that I'm actually seeing it. And it's like I've been seeing it coming in slow motion, but it's like almost right here. And that peace deal thing was crazy. Like, look, there's only a few things that could happen. Then the man of sin be revealed. Look, they're still building the third temple. I mean, this is all going on concurrent. Like, they're hammering forth towards this. Like, look, I mean, there was a conspiracy to bring about the end of the world. So some people, there's a conspiracy of people who actively try to build the third temple to bring about the end of the world. These Frankish Sabbateans, and secretly they're like crypto Jews but they pretend to be everybody, but really they're just Satanists trying to bring about the end of the world. I mean, these people are out there everywhere, like working their magic, and it's Orderweb KO, Albert Pike, WW3, Letter to Mazzini, is like, man, this is it. And but you got the freaking the locusts, you got the pestilences, you got earthquakes, you got fires, we got wars and rumors of wars. It's like and it looks like at any time, man, yeah, like things could really disintegrate like quickly, and we could be in the dark ages, like in a short amount of time. I mean, I know it looks like it would seem like we'd be headed towards Star Trek, but what I see is we're heading back towards like medieval and dark ages, and like the plague happened in the dark ages. Like, this is one of the four horsemen, the plague, the stock market crash, and with global war in the way that it's going to be in the future, there will be no more stock market. Like, look, it'll be like a Great Depression around the whole planet. You know what I'm saying? And all the kings of the earth are going to take their money and go down in the dumbs. And it'll be the Hunger Games, basically, over here for us. It'll be Mad Max. And they've already genetically modified things to jack us up. And they'll probably be released. They've been experimenting with all these DNA. They're probably chimeras. There's freaking, who knows, super soldiers, Terminators, like demons from hell, and like devils and fallen angels and stuff. Like, there's no telling. I mean, like, what's the stuff that they're going to be doing once this thing finally, but basically the peace treaty, man, once they sign it and it's official, you got 3.5 years till that war pops off. Also in this time frame, the Antichrist, it should be revealed who he is, for sure. So these things gotta happen like soon, and they're happening so quick. So, and then the thing happens in 1 hour of one day, when a time when we expect not. You know, so yeah, I hope you know, you're taking advantage of every day and you're trying to do making the best out of it, because I really I mean, man, dude, it's like it's insane, and there's just no telling what's gonna happen. But whatever it is, it's probably not gonna be good, and a lot of people are gonna die, and it's kind of sad. But it's like, basically, you got to remember, this is to get rid of the evil and cleanse the earth, and it's sad that it's so bad that it's this bad. And but it's exciting it's exciting time to live, man, and see these things happen for real.